Okay, so we're going to have a look at how we can use our learning evidence boards, and essentially they look just like the choice board or learning choice board, except it's blank. And each individual student, I'm going to show you today how you can manage dear me, and present this as evidence of your learning in each respective unit. Okay, so let's look at the learning choice board back here. Okay, so back here we have our grid of challenges, learning challenges for this unit. There are different activities dotted all over the grid. One example of a learning activity in one of our lessons was an extension challenge called Write On. You click on that link, it takes you to the task called Write On, and then you work on it and save your evidence in your Math Drive folder. So let's look at somebody's learning evidence board. Here's, I think this is Ty's. Is this Ty's one? No, maybe not. Okay, so I'm going to jump into Ty's folder. Here's Ty's folder. Let's try that again. Where's Ty's folder? Here it is. Okay, we've got Ty's folder here eventually. So Ty has got his learning evidence board. Here it is, it's blank. But what Ty also has in here is he saved some of his evidence of his work. So this one here is called Math Homework Thursday, September 17th. And is that the evidence, Ty, for this Write On challenge?
Yeah, I couldn't turn it around. I tried doing it with Candy, but it didn't work.
Okay, so you might want to maybe look at how you can actually change that image around. So make sure you get in the right orientation before you save it. But I'll talk to him about that. But let's assume that he saved that correctly. What he's going to want to do, he's going to want to make a new folder in here, and he's going to title it the name of the activity, which was Write On. Okay. Once he's made that folder, he's going to drag his evidence and drop it in there.
You already air folder.
And he's going to press OK. Now, then he's going to jump into that folder and get in there. So his evidence lives in there. There's two ways that he can go ahead next. He can just grab the link at the top, right-click and press copy. Or the other option he can do is once he's in this folder, he can click on the activity. He can click on share. And he can copy the link down here. He can copy the link down here. Either of those options will hyperlink the location of where this activity lives. So let's just recap those steps. First of all, Ty is in his math folder. Then in his math folder, he's created a new folder and he's named it after the activity. In this case, it's Write On. Then he's going to move into that folder and he's going to grab the link at the top. That's probably the quickest way. He's going to copy that link. Now, what about back on his learning evidence board? Well, basically what he's quickly preparing here, he's preparing a portfolio of evidence that he can do this. So what he's going to want to call this, he's going to want to call this Write On, and he's going to type in the words Write On. Now he's going to highlight those words, and he's going to right-click on there and go to link. And then in the link, that's where he'll paste his drive location. He'll press apply. And now we started to build some evidence on here of the learning that he's gathering. So basically, in a nutshell, all students are going to create folders in their unit folder, name it after that activity, and then copy and paste it into the correct location. To know the correct location, you are going to want to also refer back to where did, let's go to recents, where did the activity initially appear on the actual learning choice board. So there's no point in you working on something that's a thinking and a problem-solving challenge, and it's in the accomplished section. It's in this grid here, and pasting it into progressing for communication, because that's not where it belongs. So just make sure that when you're gathering your evidence and you're saving it in your Math Drive folder, that you paste it into the same grid location on your learning evidence board. And by the end of the unit, hopefully, you'll be able to produce evidence that you are accomplished in knowledge, application, communication, thinking, and problem solving. Maybe you're even beginning to gather some evidence that you're exemplary in knowledge or application or communication or thinking and problem solving. Do the best you can. But in a nutshell, that's how we work through gathering and saving our evidence, hyperlinking it into our learning evidence board, and ultimately at the end of the unit, hopefully you will have gathered quite a piece of evidence from that unit. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. Hopefully that helps you understand what you need to do. And I'm going to ask you to see if you can start to go back, gather some evidence of your learning, save them in dry folders, and start to populate some evidence in your respective learning evidence boards. So off you go now, and you can start